Hello. Weekly question time stream. Hope this finds you well and you're not too depressed. If you live in the UK, that is. Oh, we have a chef tonight. Reasonably diverse looking panel. Some of them I recognise, some not so much. Sarah Jones, the Shadow Police and Fire Minister for Labour, obviously. She's been on a few times. She's pretty good MP from what I can tell. So a solid start. Sort of looks a bit like a book author as well. You know, if she wasn't an MP, I could imagine her being either like a kind of English teacher or maybe a book, like an author. No surprise the first question is about the virus, because it is the new Brexit now. So we've gone from B to C. So the next one should start with a D, the next sort of version of them things. Or maybe A, they seem to skip A. Oh, exactly. There's other vaccines in other countries, so it's not just us. And it's not really an achievement. I mean, at the end of the day, if you put enough money into it and you've got the scientists there, eventually you will stumble upon a vaccine. I'm not saying it's easy, but that's pretty common sense. There's no cause for flag waving. I mean, well done for getting it. We'll see how it works out. But we've still got the worst death rate in Europe and have mishandled the whole thing. So this should not be a get out of jail free card for the government, just because even if this vaccine does come to fruition, because they've still let people down badly. Yeah, springtime seems a bit overly ambitious to me. I think my prediction is you're looking more like May, maybe June at the earliest, where we might be totally in the clear. Will be another Christmas theme live stream tomorrow. That's the plan. The mighty Santa with muscles, starring the iconic Hulkster. I'm still waiting actually for last night's live stream to go up. I'm not sure why it hasn't gone up yet. Doesn't normally take this long. It's weird because it's sort of it never seems, it always comes up on my channel late. Like it's sort of, I think it's on the internet, it's just for some reason it's not on my channel until much later. I'm not sure quite how that works. Because someone commented on it last night after it'd gone up. Anyone who wants to stop in tonight, have a chat. It doesn't have to be about politics. We can discuss anything. Is it me, or do like a number of chefs just have bald heads? And I mean TV chefs, obviously famous chefs. Just seems to go with the trade for some reason. They all seem to look like the Mitchell brothers. Ah, yes, the dreaded B word, Brexit. For every bit of good news, the looming dread of the no deal Brexit. Classic politician's answer. Rolling results. Well, that's something I wondered, whether it was someone like representing the government who approved it, or someone independent like she's claiming. But also, if the vaccine is delayed or doesn't get past borders because of a no-deal Brexit, let's put the blame where it belongs, and that's on the government. And well, it's a mixture of the vaccine, but they're also talking a bit about Brexit because they're talking about the potential if the vaccine has to come from Europe, like delivered from there, the potential of it not getting through the border because if there's a no-deal Brexit, it's basically what they're discussing. Oh. Oh, that's a nice metaphor. Well, they should be holding Brexit off anyway because it's clear they need more time to get a proper deal. And no deal would be a disaster. But I've said that plenty of times now. Apparently, Gavin Williams were, well, bigging up British scientists, but apparently he took a pot shot at scientists from Europe, basically, is the context of it. Doesn't sound the smartest thing to do. Yeah. For what sort of Brexit? That's the difference. That's what people. There was always going to be a process where you have to negotiate a deal, and of it is the people who voted to remain. And let's not forget, it was a very close vote, leaving just one. But the people who voted for Remain have to live with results for everyone. And thinking about the bigger picture, the economy and the border of Ireland, that's a big issue. Instead of pushing for this hardline Brexit. Well, I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, at the time, I didn't know a lot about the subject. I've obviously found out a lot more since. It was a judgment call. I did vote to leave, but I could have easily voted to remain. There's pros and cons to the European Union. So I'm not one of these hardcore leavers who would be, yeah, definitely, it's all bad and we need our country back, that sort of thing. And I mean, probably having seen shambles the government have made of it the last few years and the realities of Brexit, I probably would vote differently now. I think overall we maybe are better off, we would be better staying in the EU, but obviously that point has passed now. But what they're talking about touched on a good point, because I think the worst thing about Brexit is the way it's divided the country, the way it's got really ugly, and the way it's been talking about winning and losing and slagging off, you know, saying, oh, we're British, that sort of thing. And it's become a big patriotic sort of thing. It's just not the way it should be. It's a negative sort of spin there. We need to bring Oh, shaking up the format, are they, post-Christmas? Oh, okay. So what do you think about that, Anthony? After Christmas, the format is that there's going to be an audience of 50 people regularly. Yeah, but it'll become an issue again in the new year when we leave. And it's looking like we're going to leave with no deal. So that's definitely going to stir things up again in the UK in the new year. Yeah, basically they're going to be doing an audience of 50, the same audience every week after Christmas. I guess that's down to restrictions still, but they think maybe they can. Although, yeah, it'll be a virtual audience, but well, I think it's a virtual audience. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming maybe it's a temporary thing till hopefully the thing is over, because I think what partly makes Question Time is the fact that it's on the road and it's a different audience each week. You can see there being a bit of scrutiny over that, depending on what sort of audience you get. Like, you would think they would have to try and make it so that there's a mix of political views in there. But apparently you can apply. So maybe you want to apply, Anthony. See if you can be one of the 50. No. No, I mean, I live in Morecambe, and as far as I know, it's never been to Morecambe. Not since I've been watching it anyway. Lancaster's the bigger town, so I could imagine it coming to Lancaster one time, because that's sort of a developing like uni town now, Lancaster. Yeah, I'm sure. What, and pretend you're from that town? Mind you, I guess there's probably no rule against, going there. Talking about VAT now on pubs. I don't know. You probably don't. I just thought that was part of the point of it, but you probably don't. I mean, there's no way they would know that you're not from the town. Yeah, the hospitality industry and the arts industry very harshly treated in all this.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, this is an argument that's going to rumble on for months to come, and don't we all think it's time that we have a minister in Parliament for hospitality?
Yeah, it's a pretty good idea. A minister in charge of hospitality or from the hospitality industry. That's not a bad idea.
I completely agree with what Andy says. I think it's really important that we keep a lot of open because especially for students who are using things like this to get through college and university, it's really hard to not making that money. And it has had a knock-on effect, not only on public as well, but it's also had a knock-on effect for the employees who work there. And I think it's a bit it's something that you have to work on. So as long as they're doing their bit, keeping it well ventilated and following guidelines. It's a bit like schools are open. We're all socialising in big numbers, and I think if we can do that at school, it has a big effect on hospitality when shutting down on campus.
As I said, the hospitality sector employs.
Yeah, it makes no sense why they've closed pubs and yet they've left places like schools open. You know, follow the guidelines and you're going to be fine, aren't you? And if people don't want to go into that pub, then that's their decision.
They pushed the Prime Minister to say he wants to be more granular, breaking down regions into particular areas. So that country pub where our residents says there really is no danger as long as it's well ventilated. You know, that's a family with their.
Oh, did you enjoy the film last night? Didn't really ask you.
So we have to help businesses to get through what could be another 6 months of this. And yes, we can offer more help. We want to see that. We're borrowing £400 billion this year in a single year. I mean, this is completely outlandish amounts of money. There has to be a limit. It's throwing money at this situation. Then it's costing us £1 billion a day. We need to lock down in a much more granular fashion, more geographically specific. But also,
He likes the word granular, doesn't he?
Shielding the elderly, if they people often say that's possible, 92% of all British workers with working age not live with anyone over 65, where the vast majority of COVID fatalities and very serious cases occur. We can use hotels if we need to, where we do have multi-generational families, so workers are able to place that would be a lot cheaper than keeping the economy support. It's the taxes we're not raising. And unless we're going to have a major economic overhead in years of difficulty in funding infrastructure, public services, we have to get our economy moving. Peter, we've got you here. There's an argument that people have raised in the presentation of this program too. It's like a stratification is your career. Basically shielding certain sectors of the population and the others much more freedom. Are you convinced by that? I think we know that it is going to eventually work its way on to most vulnerable. There is very good evidence that the most vulnerable are managing to screen themselves say once you've got the 3.2 million people over 80, safely vaccinated, should they want to take the vaccination, then you can start moving towards a more age-stratified approach. So a lot of very smart people in this country, I agree with the Education Secretary, at least on that. We have to be cleverer rather than just the bluntest. Okay, let's take another question. There's a lot of people with this one we've got there. Alex.
With the new trade negotiations nearing completion, would the government still opt to walk away if the new negotiators refuse to concede on fishing are set to work less than 0.1% of total UK GDP?
So when we had our Brexit referendum, the key theme really was taking back control of our money, our borders, our laws, and our waters. So I don't think it's unreasonable that as an independent sovereign state, we want to be able to have that control over our own waters and not on our business at all. And if we're not actually get a deal in can I just ask you that because our fiscal exploration as you all know, Laura's not in the negotiations and neither am I, so I can't give you a blow-by-blow just indication of what is happening, but we'll find out over the coming days exactly what's happening. We've been very clear throughout this that whether we get a deal or not, we're going to make a success of this. I don't actually think it's helpful for all of us about this as a deal. We have a deal, we have the withdrawal agreement, which potentially might be that's what I think. That's not a trade deal. Yeah, we're talking about I think always harking back to where we were a while ago by this no deal rhetoric, really.
Yeah, he had a deal, and then Boris tried to go back on it months later.
Issues that we need to worry about. The government, have told us the deal is that
sectors that will suffer under higher tariffs if there isn't a free trade agreement. I think there will be in the end, because it makes sense. That you've got a deficit with us, trade deficit of £100 billion. That's hundreds of thousands.
I wish I was as confident as this guy.
I share Alex's frustration because on the surface.
I mean, it's not like this government has a track record of doing what's in the best interest of the country or common sense.
But let's just look at what we're considering here and who's really being reasonable. Because I must say, I studied this very closely, and it was always gripped by our own media that were presented as being unreasonable.
What?
Were being presented as
Piss off.
I don't really have a part of the media. This common fisheries policy is not in the Treaty of Rome.
It's the total opposite. The majority of the written media over here are pro the government and pro, and anti-EU. Where did he get that bollocks from?
This is a kind of colonial relationship where some independent countries have a hold over the resources of another now sovereign independent country. And the reason fishing is such a small percentage of our economy is because it's been decimated. It's been decimated in some of the poorest parts of the country. It's also that. Because our industry can't get an economic foothold because it's been so marginalized.
Oh, there goes Dex. Good night, Dex.
I just think the problem ready deal that we will promise is just an example of an election process that has been met. And I just want to ask you, when our elected politicians, leaders, start taking more accountability for a number of policies that have been broken over the years?
Yeah, the other ready deal was the full agreement with Michelle. Matthew, yes, if we take back our route, how the
This is about taking back control of not just our waters, as we said in that referendum, but also our laws, our borders, and our money. And Matthew's also got that for this. Yeah, so this is about the agreements that we have. I don't think we're anticipating that if we enter into agreements with other countries that suddenly they're not going to be respected on that. I think that's a real problem.
From a hospitality and an industry that needs Brexit a deal to come through as soon as possible. Solely for the foundation of understanding where we are, it's the uncertainty of being able to move forward. I mean, time is running out very, very quickly. I think, personally speaking, any deal is going to be better than no deal. The way that the prices are going to rise, the way that the uncertainty of the market, we are not a self-sufficient country. We export. We only produce 70% of the meat that we need in this country. For us, that we could only import and at least 30%. The trade tariffs that need to be sorted out. There is so much time running out so rapidly. As we get to the end of COVID-19, and then at the point of this Brexit, all of these pressures that we put under, there's so much bring to the forefront of regenerating in parts of the generating movement and everything flowing. Let hospitality be a part of that. Why then would you go to the high street? How do we break the store? How do we move the store? We need a solid foundation. We need Brexit deals decided. We need to be able to move forward. We need to future-proof how we can move forward.
Due to the COVID crisis, impact in teaching across many universities has been dire. For some students, they're only receiving 2 hours a week, and equating to roughly £289 per impacting session this semester. How can you possibly justify charging this amount, especially to those in lower socioeconomic?
So I'm assuming you're a university student. What's your experience?
I am, yeah. I found that it's really difficult this semester, especially in terms of COVID. Last year, we kind of dismissed the university relatively early.
Hey, Becca.
And it's come to like very everyone's attention that it's become very prevalent that corona is not going anywhere. So the management within many universities has been rather busy, in my opinion. We haven't received the education from commerce.
That's all right. There you have it, Anthony, a student very critical of the handling of corona rules at university and complaining about the lack of hours, you know, she's had in an actual classroom.
Older lecturers, older teachers who are vulnerable, have pre-existing conditions. Of course, they
Not bad, not bad. Not a decent enough question time. Covered the virus, the vaccine, Brexit, the the VAT on pubs and hospitalities during this time, and them actually being asked to close when other sectors are still open or have been opened again. And now talking about the uni situation during corona. Damn, I can't say it on the internet. Shoot. Yeah, because it's food-based. And most retail have opened up. Again, we've just come out of lockdown and we're now in tiers, which is bloody confusing. But there's no consistency to it, Becca. I mean, as they were saying earlier, there's no reason why pubs can't open back up if a lot of these shops are and schools are opening back up. There's no reason why you can't social distance in a pub. And if people don't want to go to that pub, they don't have to. Well, yeah, that's something I didn't think about. I guess a lot of uni teachers would be in their 40s at least. So, and obviously some quite a bit older than that. So. Well, it's true, but it's just this idea that it's one rule for some, and you know, not the same for others. I mean, as long as the pub puts the rules in place and people know. I think most people would, though, Becca. I think if they know they have to, then they would. It's like cinemas. There's no reason for cinemas to be shut now, really, in some cities, because, well, in most cities actually, because it's actually easier to social distance. It's actually easier to social distance at a cinema than it is in a gym, for example. And yet gyms apparently have opened back up and not cinemas. Well, it doesn't mean she was happy with the answer. It's just she was polite and said thank you for answering the question. That's fair, Anthony. I mean, it's down to personal choice. Until things get back to normal, I still want to go to the cinema. You know, I want to support my local picture house, but it's just not the same until things get back to normal and you don't have to wear a mask for 2 or 3 hours and all that sort of stuff. And nowadays, there's just plenty for you to watch at home. So until things get back to normal, I'm happy just to go occasionally, like once or twice a month, and to do the rest of, but we'll see. Yeah, everyone's different. Oh, did you enjoy the film last night? I did ask you before, but you obviously didn't hear. Yeah, I don't know where she's gone. I think she enjoyed it. I just didn't get an answer last night. So my mic cut out at the end, but so she probably didn't hear me. Suspense. I can't end the stream until I get her answer. Okay, very good. Yeah, we watched Christmas Vacation, Becca. First time I'd seen it, actually. One I'd been meaning to tick off. Yeah, no, it's very enjoyable. Classic bit of Chevy Chase. Okay, I'm going to shoot off because I'm sort of doing something in a bit. Watching Back to the Future with a few people on another forum. So thanks, guys. I'll be on again tomorrow for another Christmas type stream. And have a good night. See you later. Keep sane. And fuck Trump. And Boris.